Everybody. Today we're going to be reviewing Airfix's modern German infantry in the 132nd scale or 54 millimeter. So in 1977, Airfix decided to come out with a line of modern toy soldiers in the 132nd 54 millimeter scale. So they came out with modern German infantry, modern US NATO infantry, modern Russian infantry, modern British infantry, and I believe it was in the same line, the British SAS, like the special forces. So so they sold these from, it looks like, from 1977 up until the 1990s. I got one of these packs. The packaging, I wish I still had the box, but I don't. But the packaging, it looked like it was from the mid 1970s, so probably one of the first packs. And it came with 29 figures, and it's in these poses right here. We have the first German soldier here. He's kneeling with some kind of a rocket launcher, and you can see with the detail, even with the helmets, they have some leaves in there. I mean, good, and it's the color is like a nice, just typical green color, maybe a little bit of gray mixed in there, but mainly green. So that's the only kneeling firing pose. I think it would have been kind of cool if they had just a regular like rifle firing pose, but that's the only kneeling one. And then it seems like most toy soldier sets, they'll have the typical, kneeling guys firing, standing guy firing, marching, grenade, a guy with a machine gun, and then they'll have one kind of specialty pose like an officer or something. So this is the officer pose they chose to have here, and I think it's pretty unique. It's a pretty cool pose. It's just an officer standing against same uniform as all the other guys, and it looks like an Uzi, and it looks like one of the earlier model Uzis with the wooden stock you can see. So I'm pretty sure that is an Uzi, but if anyone else knows what it could be some German variant of it that I just don't know. So put him back. And then we have the typical standing shooting guy. So I believe this is either a G3 or an FAL rifle. I'm not sure. I know they were both popular at this time. I know Britain used an FAL along with a lot of other countries instead of the M16 or AK-47. So it's either one of those. They don't. I don't think they use this gun anymore, Germany. But that's the gun they had here. Here's just a guy running with the aforementioned G3 or FAL. I'm not sure which one it is. Guy throwing a grenade. And again, so this is in 1977, so some years after 1945. And obviously, Germany was ordered to disband their army again after 1945, or they were only supposed to have a small amount of soldiers. So I believe that these were kind of modeled after probably just general, civilian, not civilian, but just general soldiers to kind of guard the Berlin area, assist U.S. troops and things like that. General just peacekeeping troops, things like that, assist police and stuff. But that being said, I kind of found this interesting. I don't know what hand grenades they had in the 1970s, but this does look like one of those potato masher, typical World War II German hand grenades. And then we have a guy here firing a light machine gun. Again, I don't know what kind of light machine gun this is, but just probably just some very typical looking light machine gun for the late 1970s. And then I think this is a cool pose. We have a guy standing firing the Uzi. So that's really it with the poses here. I would probably at some point like to get the British modern infantry and the American modern infantry online. Just looking on eBay, I've pretty much only seen the German modern infantry and the British modern infantry. I don't know if they just made more of those, or I don't know why, but I've yet to see the American modern infantry or the Russian modern infantry. So these are in the 132nd scale. I know sometimes with 132nd scale or 54 millimeter, sometimes they're a little bit bigger or smaller. But with Airfix, I feel like they're always very true to the 54 millimeter 132nd. So that's pretty good to see. And so going back to talking about other companies not coming out with a lot of stuff like this, a company called ESCI made 135th scale soldiers, and they're a little bit smaller than this. And they made the modern Russians, they made modern U.S. paratroopers, and they made like some NATO soldiers that have some pretty similar. They look pretty similar to these guys right here. I don't have those, but I've seen those online as well a lot. and they're pretty unique and interesting. I'm just more of an Airfix guy myself, and I like the 132nd scale. The 135th is a little small, and they don't make a lot of stuff about it. And just to show you guys the total number of the ones we got, I got them in that big box set together. And just to reiterate, it looks like they made that big box set initially in the late 1970s, and then following that, they only made this in the typical small Airfix box with, I believe, only 15 of the figures. So if anybody else knows more about these figures or this line, maybe please comment. I'm very interested to hear more about it. And yeah, if you can, I highly recommend picking up a set for yourself.